In one of the safest cities in Europe, where everything works perfectly, a crime occurred that no one noticed. Every day, from millions of bank accounts, a sum so small that no one noticed. He wasn't your typical hacker, not a professional criminal either. His name was Ethan Cole, 31 years old. He lived in one of the safest cities in the world. It wasn't a coincidence. It wasn't a system error. It was a plan, spread all over the world, invisible and perfect. It wasn't a global attack. It was much simpler than that. Everything happened in one place. Switzerland. A system, a network, a single target. At first, there were only a few thousand, then 10,000 every day, no interruptions, no mistakes. Growing silently, the systems continued without stopping. 5 million, he made it invisible, a network that kept growing. 1,250,000 euros, a figure that cannot be grasped. For Ethan, every transaction was an opportunity. The amount he was taking, small but very powerful to achieve his goal. He had thought of every detail. By stealing 0.25 cents, he made everyone feel harmless, invisible. This was no ordinary attack. Every click, every move was a system that was operating under the radar. Neither the bank employees, nor the security, nor the victims being affected, no one noticed. The machine was in motion and was being used to become an invisible part of a larger plan. Every day and every move became faster and more visible for what it was achieving. The victims, those who had paid for this small amount, did not even realize how much it would be in the end. Not for them, not for the banks. This was an invisible detail that had slipped under the radar. Every day, 10,000 cards, 100,000, and then 5 million. The numbers were growing and the speed was increasing in a system that was moving silently and that no alarm could stop. And so he knew. Watching the figures rise every day, he had no obstacle ahead. 1,250,000 euros, a figure that was more than money. It was a sign that he could achieve anything in secret. It was everything Ethan had dreamed of. He knew that to achieve the life he wanted, he would have to take a big step. Expensive cars, luxury villas, expensive trips, a life without limits. Yes, for this, he decided to use an invisible, fast, and impossible-to-stop method. After 4 years, his thefts remained invisible. But this was the moment when everything would change. He was arrested. Investigators discovered his connections and transactions. He had crossed a huge line, but now it was his time to pay the price. The moment he was caught, the bank began to notify all the victims who had been affected. However, most of them did not take it seriously. A small transaction, 0.25 cents, too small to make anyone worry. But some victims, those who were invited to attend the court, came out to demand justice. Only 20 of them saw fit to go to court. The rest, they thought that 0.25 cents was not an amount that justified any action. What happened was much more unexpected. The 20 victims, the ones who took this case seriously, asked the court not to convict Ethan. They helped him not to give him the long-awaited sentence. They thought that, for such a small act, there was no need for a crime. The answer was unexpected and swift. He would be released. And so, Ethan was rewarded, and the whole plan he had to achieve what he wanted ended without any guilt. Was this a success or a failure for everyone? This was a story that had only a beginning, but no end.